Hi guys, so today I'm doing a tarot reading for the sign of Aquarius. I have already shuffled the cards before I started the video, so you guys don't have to wait for that, and everything's all set, so we're going to flip them over together and see what's going on with you. Now the first card combination here talks about the recent past though, so that's where I'm going to start. So let's take a look. I have the Knight of Pentacles, that's my tarot card, and the Oracle card is the Queen. Okay, so it could be that this could be your situation. We have a Knight of Pentacles and a Queen, where you're one of these two people, and this is the situation. Otherwise, this really just feels like two people. We have somebody who is a little bit of a supervisor, a little bit of like the person who's kind of like, if this is like a partnership between two people, the woman's usually in charge. That is this case, okay? The woman's in charge. The man is the provider. The man is the worker. The person who bakes the bread. This is the person who takes care of the house. This is kind of like, not even necessarily takes care of the house, but is just like more in charge. Anyway, let's draw a card to see what else we can find out. This could be a work situation, could be a home situation. There is no distinction right now. Let's find out. Start with the Knight of Pentacles with the Queen. You could be the Queen, you could be the Knight here. Oh. The Heart upside down. So so it's not a great relationship. Maybe there is something unpleasant, one of these two people isn't happy, essentially. Either the Knight or the Queen isn't happy. Ooh, on the bottom, I think it's the Queen, Venus. So the Queen isn't very happy with this Knight. Let's look. We get the Cat. We get the 2. So yeah, the Queen is like looking at this Knight like, like you're not working enough, you're not doing enough. It's like watching them carefully for some reason. Like, are you providing enough? Kind of assessing this person, really, their ability to provide. Eyeball, Cancer, a little judgy, this Queen here, a little bit judgy with the 5 and the Moon. This is all basically just talking about how it's a lot of cards, I know, but it's all kind of referring to the same thing, where this Queen is essentially the Cat is the most important card of all these cards. That's how she's watching this person. She's like watching, assessing. It's like, do I like how you're providing? Do I feel that you are making me safe? And there is like a little bit of a conflict. Maybe there is a sort of a conflict with regards to that question. Do you make me feel safe? Do I, all these things. Let's look at the top cards. I was looking at the bottom cards. Top cards will be a little bit more direct, whereas the bottom cards are giving me the overall energy. So the next few cards, which are going to give me more specific information, I have the Key, the Crown, and the 9. Maybe I should have started with the top cards, actually. So the Key, the Crown, and the 9. Key, the Crown, and the 9. Does this person have the abilities required that are gonna essentially like get me where I want to go? So I think this Queen, there's somebody assessing someone else, essentially being like, does this person have the skills to pay the bills on like a full level? Like, can they take care of me? Can they provide for me? These are the questions. Do they have the skills, the 9, to pay the bills, the Crown, essentially to get all the things that I want to get, to buy me nice things. The Crown doesn't even pay the bills because that would be necessities. The Crown is actually luxuries. So can they provide me with luxuries? And the key really is, do they have control over their own life and over these things? Do they have control? Do they have control? And I think this person actually does, but maybe there was like an event where for just a moment, it made you look at them in a negative light and ask these questions, think these thoughts. Let's keep going because this is the past. I don't want to get stuck in the past. All right, so the present moment. I'm going to look at the position of the hand. This tells me what your outward actions are at the present moment, how you're dealing with people, situations, that sort of thing. So I have the 5 of Cups with Taurus. We're kind of sitting on some negative emotions. I think that, and with Taurus here, it's like, it could be chores related, could be work related, but we're unhappy with essentially how some work is getting done, or with how slow something is going with regards to like a project or a task here. Because that's Taurus. Taurus would be like the slow moving task. Tell me more about this Five of Cups with Taurus here. You know, I think this is what has prompts us to into that cat mode where we're watching carefully, like, can they do this? Aquarius with the wall here. Aquarius with the wall. It's like, so, like I was saying, provider. The wall here, I think, is the protective wall. This is like that Cancerian wall, like that ability to create a wall around the people you want to protect. And then Aquarius is the people, is the group of people that we're trying to protect. It's the family, it is whoever it is, that niche group. There's a particular group that we're trying to protect that that need protection, that need caring for. Could be your kids, could be your pets. You know, somebody needs to be cared for, and this person could be vice versa. You could be one of these people. Could be this role could switch actually for each individual person watching this video. You could be the queen or the knight here, but one person is just unhappy with the knight's. The queen is unhappy with the knight's ability to, for whatever reason, to perform, not to perform, but to provide. And to provide safety for a particular group as a consequence. Okay. So let's move on to still in the present, but I'm going to leave the future for last. So in the present, I'm going to look at your thoughts at the moment. This is the position of the head. This tells me what you're thinking, what your strategies are. So I have here Capricorn with the Ten of Wands. Again, more work. Work. So that's what's on your mind. It's like work needs to be done. That's the problem, is work needs to get done, and we are upset at how slow the work is getting done. We're not even necessarily doing the work, but we're watching it not get done. I don't know why. We're not just, maybe we can only do so much, and this knight here is the person who has the skills to do it. We don't, but we can only watch and notice how shit's going really slowly. But yeah, we're looking at it being like, oh my god, there's so much work to still get done. That's this. Okay, so there's two more positions, guys, and the last one is the future, so stick around for that, because that's going to be what's coming up. But I want to look at the position of the heart. This tells me how you're feeling, okay? So let's take a look. Okay, so I have the Four of Swords with Pisces here. So this is, again, that cat energy where we're pausing. This is a pause. We want, in fact, this is our heart, so it's like we want to take a pause. We want to take a rest here. This is needing rest. This is needing rest and wanting rest. That's what our desire is. So maybe you are the Knight of Pentacles, because the person who's doing the work is the person who wants the rest. Let's do a card for this. Anything else for the position of the heart? My Aquarius is? Anything else? Anything else for the heart position here? Anything else? Oh. The torch. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I think that the project getting done is basically when you get to rest. It's like when either when the ball gets rolling, when someone picks up the work, like on some level, you can only rest when this other person really gets going. Otherwise, you don't get to rest. Maybe you're the planner part of it and this person takes over and you just have this planning part that's still on hold. Something to that effect here. Let's move on. So what is about to come to you? This is the short-term future. I call it the position of the foot. So let's see. I have the Five of Swords and the Skull and Crossbones. Skull and Crossbones is basically like the Death card. I look at it as a bit more sudden than the Death card, whereas the Death card is sort of a long, drawn-out process. This is a sudden death. Sudden change. A bit like the Six of Swords, but not as painful. Anyway, this is the Five of Swords with the Skull and Crossbones. So it's not worth... The message here is that what you decide is that it's not worth the fight. It's not worth making a big deal over. It's not worth canceling everything, you know? And that's the decision you make. Tell me more about this, because this is interesting. Tell me about the Five of Swords with this, yeah, it's like, you know what it is? I think that at some point, you just stop asking these people for help. You're like, you know what? It's not even worth it. You basically like either wash your hands of it, or you're like, I don't need this person anymore. It's not worth it. Essentially you kind of give up on this person. You give up on this person who you're upset with, this Knight of Pentacles who you're upset with, who has all this work to do. You give up on them. I don't know what happens to the work, because you give up on them. So, ooh. On the bottom, Mercury. Underneath that, the chair. Underneath that, Scorpio. Ugh. Okay. So, yeah, it's like there's a sting. It's not... It sucks, basically. It sucks, but it is what it is. And I think it's like the job is not left done, or there's something about this that's left behind. It's like it's like almost like if somebody picks up all their stuff and just leaves all their tools behind, and now there's a pile of somebody else's random stuff on the site, on the job, whatever this might be. You know, that's what I'm getting here. Is like somebody picks up and leaves, and then leaves their shit behind, or there's like work in a pile that's left. This just seems very awkward. Let's look at the top cards. Wow. The 9, the bread, and the ship. It's like somebody is just like, I need to peace out of here. I need to peace out. And that's what they do. They're like, it's not worth it. It's not worth the hassle. It's not worth being upset at this other person who's not doing their job. And I'm peacing out. Let's do advice for you guys. I hope you guys make sense of this. Like I said, you're one of these two people, or this is the energy that's at play around you, okay? All right, so let's focus on positive things that you guys should be focusing on. What's the best strategy here? What should my Aquariuses be focused on? What should my Aquariuses be doing? Focused on positive strategies here. Positive strategies. Positive advice. Positive advice for my Aquariuses. I always do both Oracle cards and Tarot cards, so let's see what comes out. Let's do this. Posture. Okay. Positive advice for my Aquariuses. Okay. Had some cards just weirdly fall out there. I have the King of Swords upside down with these cards kind of flipped as they fell out, so I usually respect that. I've got the Four of Swords upside down, the King of Swords upside down. This literally is forget about it. Forget about it. So if you are the person who pieced out, forget about it. And if you are the person left behind, I mean, it seems like whatever the situation is, it is what it is. So also, forget about it. That's the advice. Let's do an Oracle card. Anything else? Anything else for my Aquariuses? Anything else for my Aquariuses? Just let it be over. Even if it seems like there's so much work there's still left to do, or it's, I don't know, maybe the job just was never complete. It's like, just call it. Seems like the cards are literally just saying, you need to call it and forget about it, okay? Call it. I know it's not, I feel like somebody's not happy about how it all ended up, this work, this job, this endeavor, but just call it. It just needs to be over. The bread is necessity. It has to finish. It needs to be done. And we kind of like need to basically it's just going to help us like get ourselves back in a good frame of mind to get this out of our mind, okay? It's like the key with the mind is taking back control of our mind. Get this out of our minds. You got to forget about it. Okay? So that's going to be it, Aquariuses. I hope you guys made some sense. That was a bit complex. Seems like there's a lot going on, but I hope that resonated with you guys. And if it did, I would love it if you press the like button for me, as that really helps me out. But regardless, thank you guys so much for taking an interest in my videos. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.